Hey there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Very glad you could join us here at Spreeha today. And my name is Ross Smith. I am a member of the board at Spreeha, as well as a support engineering leader at Microsoft in the modern work. I'm very pleased to be here today with longtime colleague, friend, and my boss, Shakil Ahmed, who is the general manager for modern workplace support engineering. He has been 21 years at Microsoft, and his previous roles include Director of Product Development as well as Software Development Lead, and previous industry experience including Kodak and Macnica in Japan. Shakil is also fluent in 4 languages, Japanese, Chinese, English, and Bengali. And we're here today to talk about technology for good. So with that, I'd like to welcome you, Shakil. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here with you, Ross. Only hope that I was live. I'm semi-live now because I have to fly out, as you know, that for an inevitable schedule change. But I look forward to engage better in the future.
Thank you, Shakil, and welcome. I wanted to talk today with you about technology for good. As a longtime technology professional, I'm sure you have experience and perspectives that maybe you can share with us today. I want to talk just briefly on a few programs where Spreeha, particularly during the pandemic, has been able to apply technology, and we've really been able to make an impact through using, in many cases, Microsoft technology. And so first is a leadership program, creative leadership program called Praga. This is designed for adolescents to teach them leadership skills and work with remote schools and train teachers to train students, sort of a train the trainers model, to really help develop creative and leadership skills in these students. Obviously, during the pandemic and lockdown, that was at risk, but through the creative use of Teams and Zoom, the program was able to continue and impacting youth across the country. Second is just the overall, and maybe it's first, overall ability for us to operate during the pandemic. A lot of NGOs were shut down during lockdown, and the years of impact was lost. And again, through the partnership with Microsoft Teams, Spreeha was able to continue to reach out to our constituents and really have a huge impact, and really appreciative of Microsoft's relationship with nonprofits, and the ability for us to use these products has been very impactful. And then finally, just as impactful, maybe a little less technical, but we have set up a telehealth program where typically, patients would travel for days to get to see a doctor, and then during lockdown, that's obviously not an option. And so the ability to leverage phone technology, we were able to get healthcare into the minds of the people that needed it. And so just wanted to touch on a few of the things that Spreeha has been doing and sort of get your thoughts in these areas around education, healthcare, humanitarian action, your thoughts on technology for good in these areas.
Look, technology for good has become more important than ever before, particularly what the world has been going through last couple of years, facing pandemic. It exposed every person, nation, and society on the earth. There is a greater need of reducing digital divide, and that is one of our goal to enable and empower every person. When we try to do our part, and this is probably the first time our team, more specifically your team, Ross, that made it immensely satisfying to build a model of automation and diagnostics. The simple way to put it, every time there is a customer or partner take our automated solution without reaching it to us, it saves us time and money, and we take a percentage of that money, a portion of that money, and donate it to a selected set of NGOs or nonprofits, and Microsoft matches it. Not only this is a model that can expand and grow, but it's also a satisfying model both internally and for our customers, because our customers also feels the contribution that they are doing by the effort they're putting in by adopting those adoptions, the automations. The other piece, and on quick note on that I would love to see Spreeha there on the list someday, as the mission of Spreeha of empowering and enabling people in health, education, and humanitarian activities are closely aligned to adopt technology for good. The second one is about skill development. This project of nurturing community is in diverse part of the world, and this is a Microsoft-wide effort. And I know that the Asian University of Women in Chittagong is part of this program.
Excellent. Yeah, some powerful, inspiring examples. So, as a technology professional, where do you see this going? What do you see for the future of technology, in particular its application to social good?
I think only tech-powered nonprofit will sustain and expand in the future. It can only help enable faster and bring agility. There is no shortcoming. Nonprofits have never had more ways to gather information, discover what's working and what's not, and put those insight into practices. The growth of digital collaboration and productivity tools such as Microsoft Teams and Zoom, these are a sign of how quickly you can adapt and build the agility in an organization. The second piece I want to talk about, that AI for health. The AI for health, that is a 60 billion 5 years philanthropic program that Microsoft has created to empower nonprofit researcher and organization tackling some of the toughest challenges in global health. We are providing access to AI and expertise in these areas. And many of the companies like Facebook and Google creating variety of tools and platforms to help in these sectors. Therefore, technology is indispensable in these areas. Thank you, Ross.